In football, Ipswich have signed Tottenham winger and England under-19 international Andros Townsend on loan until the end of the season. But there's still no confirmation about Wigan Athletic striker Jason Scotland, seen here scoring in the FA Cup last season. Town's rumoured £750,000 bid for him has been accepted. But at a press conference today, manager Roy Keane said nothing had been decided, although he admitted Scotland's experience would come in handy.
You always need a bit of experience in your squad, and Jason, if we were to get the deal done, would give us that. He's played in the league, he obviously knows Carlos, he seems a good lad. So, you can't have a squad of 17, 18 players, all 20, 21 years of age. That won't get you out of the Championship, I can tell you that now.
Meanwhile, both Ipswich and Norwich face away ties in the second round of the Carling Cup. It's a tough one for Norwich at Premier League side Blackburn and a potential banana skin for Ipswich at League Two Crewe. Colchester United also travel. They are away to Sunderland, while Southend face Wolves, and the matches will be played in the week beginning August the 23rd. Despite the weather today, and hasn't it been terrible? Absolutely awful. Gardeners amongst you will know that just what a dry summer we've been having.
We need the rain, don't we?
Your tomatoes need watering, by the way.
Everyone keeps telling me my tomatoes downstairs need watering. Certainly a lot of watering cans have been needed down at the Anglia allotment. But when it comes to watering crops grown by farmers, we're not talking a few watering cans, but a few million gallons. And as Martin Stew reports, there are increasing worries about our water supplies.
Despite the rain today, the last 7 months have been the driest for 80 years. For farmers like Robert Pickard in Ramsey in Cambridgeshire, that's a big problem. During the winter, he pumps water into 8 reservoirs, and when the water level drops in the ditches, he pumps it back out. This year, much earlier than usual, his reservoirs are nearly dry.
The potato is the crop that uses the most water, and it's the dual function with potato because we need quality and quantity, and without the water we can't do both.
So just how much water are you using on a farm of this size?
Well, we're using 30 million gallons to 40 million gallons this year.
Farmers like Robert have to be licensed. Elsewhere, as the Tonight programme on ITV shows this evening, our unquenchable thirst for water is leaving its mark. This chalk stream near Stevenage has all but dried up.
It's not just limited to this one river. What we're seeing is about a third of river catchments throughout England and Wales are actually at risk because of over-abstraction, so too much water is being pumped out of them.
It's not just farming which is placing demands on our water supplies. From food to clothing, almost everything we consume requires a huge amount of water to make it. In fact, every day each one of us uses 3,400 litres of embedded water. That's 1,700 of these. As our climate gets warmer, that's an increasingly worrying drain on one of our most precious resources. Martin Stew, Anglia News, Ramsey.
And if you want to see more on that story, Where Does Our Water Go? A Tonight special.
A good watch. Well, the weather's caused plenty of drama at the Lowestoft Air Show today as well, and for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, first there was so much cloud, the opening attraction, the Tiger Freefall parachute team, was unable to drop in. And then there was the thunder, hail and sheet lightning.
Yes, Natalie Gray got a soak in, and as she reports now, we're a hardy lot in this region, and the show did go on.
David Harmer, his daughter Julie and grandchildren arrived 5 hours early to Baggs, the best bit of the beach. It's deserted now, but he knows from experience that it'll quickly fill up.
We choose this spot because the pub's just there and the toilets are there, the planes fly over there, and it's just perfect.
Lowestoft Air Show is the highlight of their year, and for plenty of others too. By noon, the beach is a campsite. But there's a problem. The weather is terrible, and that's posing a problem for Brian Lewis, who's coordinating the flying display from a shed on the pier.
At the moment, we've got very limited visibility in rain with fairly low cloud. Cloud will increase, the cloud base will increase, and the rain will go, and we shall have a brighter period, and then it'll probably rain again.
And then the heavens opened. Lowestoft had it all. Thunder, sheet lightning and hail.
Why does it always rain on me? Even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the lightning. Oh,
Well, what do? Can't cancel it, can you?
Got a good view. It's raining, that's a typical English summer. But that's not going to spoil our day out.
Good old British people, though, we don't mind a bit of rain, do we? We're prepared to sit here and endure the weather just to watch the air show.
The dreadful weather meant that the Tigers freefall parachute team couldn't drop in to open the show. But otherwise, things up in the air have gone pretty much without a hitch, although down on the ground, we've all had a soaking.
This is the English weather, I'm afraid. And the famous old saying is, if you don't like the English weather, wait a minute, and it changes. And I mean, we have waited a minute today, and it has changed.
By the way, many of the planes also displayed at RAF Marham in Norfolk and the Eastbourne Air Show on the south coast today. So planes have come from Seething and Norwich airports and airfields in Kent and Gloucester.
There are some big showers around today, but we were pretty lucky. There was a few further out to sea and some inland, but when we were there was a high cloud base and the wind behaved itself, and it was quite smooth, so yeah, good fun.
But what about David Harmer and his family? What sort of a day have they had?
It's always been the highlight of our year, whatever the weather.
Well, it certainly turned out to be a day to remember. Natalie Gray, Anglia News, Lowestoft.
Wow, you're a bit of a plane fan, aren't you?
Shh.
It's all right.
When I was young, we used to go to air shows at Duxford and
Right.
Old Warden with my father and
So
brother.
what do you most like looking
The
at?
Warbirds, really, I suppose.
The old
if I'm
ones.
honest, the Lancasters, the Spitfires, the Hurricanes, all that sort of stuff.
We will be putting more amazing pictures on our website, itv.com/Anglia. Watch out for those.
Yes, you can watch items from the programme, plus there's a full weather forecast, very important for tomorrow's day at Lowestoft. And you can also follow us on Twitter now, at ITV Anglia is the address you'll need for updates throughout the day.
Well, from here, we'll be flying over to London for the national news. Here's what's coming up in a couple of minutes. I like the fact that the air show, a lot of people had come prepared with their umbrellas and their tents as well. So they'd obviously been watching the forecast. Here's Amanda Hewster with all the details for tomorrow. Grotty weather indeed. Never mind, we won't let it spoil our fun, will we?
No, we'll be back tomorrow with our very own ray of sunshine tomorrow at 6. Until then, have a great evening.
Thanks for watching.